Welcome back to Kumba Hineni, a podcast on intersectionality more than just skin deep. I'm your host, Enzi, and this week we will be doing some reflections on Groundhog Day. In 2007, I was in New Orleans doing disaster relief work related to Hurricane Katrina. On Groundhog Day of that year, a deadly tornado swept through Central Florida. I was a part of the team that was sent to Florida to help out with the immediate aftermath of the tornado. I would never forget seeing people's whole livelihood strung out on the lawn. I am particularly reminded of the trailer park community we found ourselves helping clean up. At that time, I knew that I would never see Groundhog Day the same. Groundhog Day is not a day I paid too much attention to. As a kid growing up in the 90s, Groundhog Day to me just made me think of reliving the same day over and over with no potential end in sight. Every Groundhog Day since 2007, I thought about the tornado, the pictures and memories picked up with no clue who those memories belonged to. On Groundhog Day, February 2nd, 2022, a member of the Minneapolis Police SWAT team shot and killed a 22-year-old black male, Amir Locke. How fitting that this occurred on Groundhog Day, nearly 30 years after the movie Groundhog Day came out. The Minneapolis Police Department kills a citizen so often that the details begin to get recycled. Since 2000, Minneapolis police officers have been responsible for the deaths of 37 people. Since during that same time period, 3 Minneapolis police officers were killed in the line of duty. This is unfortunately not unique to the Twin Cities. In 2021 alone, police officers were responsible for the deaths of 1,134 people. This is a continual pattern across the board. And so the question I have and want us to think about is, what does liberation mean? And particularly, what does Black liberation mean? How do we seek a world of justice and peace? What would it look like if we reimagine and transform the way we even think about community safety? So that way those who were supposed to serve and protect us are not able to create so much ongoing and constant harm. I want to be clear. Police brutality is not just an issue that impacts Black bodies. Police brutality is also an issue that has an impact on our community in many different ways. I am not going to add much to this because, again, there is not much to say. I just want to add an extra addendum to this episode. As you recognize, this was a very short episode, and stay tuned for the next episode. We will cover a little bit more of this next time. Again, this is Enzi. Thanks for listening to Kumba Hineni, a podcast on intersectionality, more than just skin deep. Until next time, bye. Kumba Hineni, a podcast on intersectionality, more than just skin deep, is a part of the Jew Folk Podcast Network, a product of Jew Folk Inc. You can email the show at podcast@tcjewfolk.com. For more information, go to tcjewfolk.com/podcast.